What up, anime fans? I'm back with another video. Viewing the second part of Case 3 of Fuuto PI. PI. Sorry. Don't know why I say R then. And this is a good episode. It makes a shocking revelations. Some we did not even guess about. I hate it when people interrupt. What was I? What did they make me forget? Sorry about that. It's hard to get peace and quiet in this stupid house. So, this is episode number... Episode 8, I think. 3, 6. Yeah, it's episode 8. Is that shocking revelations I made? So anyway, let's get into the review. So the episode continues where we left off. After a usual recap, like Double has. And well, I still hate Fuuto PI's opening. Double's opening is better. I love that song. Anyway, Shoto Philip cannot find anything. Sorry about that stupid interruption. I'll deal with that twat face. God, it's annoying when people interrupt my videos. I just want to talk about what I like and people always interrupt. It's bloody annoying. Now, where was I before I was interrupted? Oh yes. Shoto and Philip can't figure out who the dope plant is. You mean, let's interview every suspect but I can't figure out. You know, can't figure out. So anyway, Philip has lucky Shoto to him. His natural skills for understanding people, you know, getting out of the human emotion and stuff. So wow. And Shoto is, and it's vice versa with Shoto. Without Philip's knowledge, they won't be able to solve this case. So I really like how they show us. We like that they're showing us this. You know what I mean? Shoto and Philip need each other. They work best together. Shoto's the normal detective. Shoto's the detective to help people. Basically, Shoto's the muscle. Philip's the brains. They're really good. I don't like how they showcase that. So anyway. Anyway, the camera blind camera back thing, I don't know what they call it. Okay, spots same girl from yesterday. The one shelter I ran into a lot that night. He tries to ask her about anything, you know, when she knows stuff, but she clearly says she doesn't remember and just runs off. So yeah, they try to rule out some possibilities. I mean, they think, why would someone? Is it that worth it? Is it worth it to kill someone for the money? Because one of the biogamers could be killing them to get the money. But this case is nothing like we thought it was from last time. You know how typical setup. But this twist is very good. and it plays on your expectations. But I'll get to Revelation later in the story. So yeah. You know, some of and one of the other ladies, the one with the very revealing dress. This is an anime that can get away with showing women's boobs. Don't ask. Like, it's obvious they can't do it in live action. They can obviously over-sexualize it in animation. Why, are there any perverts watching this? I don't really understand why young men like to look at like women with big breasts. I don't get that part. Yes, I'm a normal kid, sort of. But I'm not really interested in that stuff. I'm not even interested in romance. So, I do have some fetishes, but I'm not going to tell you them. Because, well, it's private. Anyway. Spacey tells him that the one who orchestrated the head of the Harry. I forgot the man's name now. Sorry, it's been a while. I forgot his name. What can I say? They don't say his name much though. Anyway, this husband of this story. What do I call him then? That has basically. I'm talking about the guy with purple hair. One who wanted this event in the first place. I'm going to say orchestrate, even though it was my grandmother who did it. Who basically orchestrates everything. But it's just easy. Yeah, you get what I mean. Anyway. They say he's loaded. That page is over millions of yen. So now that got out of the way. A sexy girl, I'm just gonna say that because she thinks she's sexy by just revealing her cleavage, saying that she's gonna woo him over. So now shut up and need to still rethink some things. Anyway, then the phone starts ringing. They can get a signal now. So Philip calls Terry and tells him some events that's happening. Tell him to come here a lot, not to bring the police with him when he comes here. Terry agrees. And along with Akiko and Tokime, the three head out. Anyway, shows up and then there's a screen cover. Anyway, I'm just sleeping on for the night. As the clock strikes midnight or something. I think it's midnight. I don't know. Another scream can be heard. I shot him to investigate. Discover the girl from earlier is dead. The one in the sexy black dress. She's dead. That's where her death is different. The other one's death was pierced. Her heart was pierced with a tree branch. So yeah. But Cheryl does notice one thing in common with them, and takes a look closely at the body. And he's probably going about thinks about something. So yeah. Anyway, Shoto, Philip asked Shoto what he. Philip does have a theory, but he might be out around this, so he's not sure. And he asks Shoto, "Who do you think the gunpowder is?" Well, Shoto says to begin, probably the clear out the girl in the white dress. I keep getting her name. Just the way she acted. Think about it. If she was behind this, why would she have saved them from the blizzard? And why will she ask for help beyond death? And her face was truly desperate. Shoto could tell that it wasn't a fake. You can see how Shoto and Philip really know each other well. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Shoto does make some valid points. So anyway, the buggy, I can't remember what it's called. The rider buggy, I'm just going to call it that for a bit, gets stuck in a tunnel of snow. So, after a while they managed to dig it out, by the way. In the meantime, Tokumi built some weird... Anyway, Shoto enters the room where the head honcho is reading a letter up on the white dress girl, saying that she's quit to being a bridal candidate, which automatically makes the one in the red dress the bitter, but you can tell something how the man feels when he holds a letter like this, with his hand shaking. Then we see the girl run down the hill, but why is she wearing her mask? She could have just took her off if she's quit. She's walking down where the red dress girl confronts her. Turns out she's the dopant. Since she is the head's favorite, the red dress girl is gonna kill her. Alcohol. Before she can stick in her head. That's where the circuit is. It's interesting how they appear on the body instead of just staying there. That's an interesting change they made. I have the manga gets official translation because I should really want to read it after I finish Double, so I could get a full perspective on this, so I'm more familiar. You know what I mean? I only gone past episode 26. I got a couple more episodes to go. God, only up to 49. That's gonna be a long one. I just remember I was planning on watching it tomorrow. Oh God. You know what? I need to decide on this, really. I actually could review it next week, though. Watch Kamen Rider Double next week and wait for the and after the conclusion of this case. Anyway, the girl in the white, one who's rescued Sean and Philip, just hit the guy in memory out of the red dress girl's head. I really wish I could remember their names, but I really terrible remembering. So that is odd. But turns out that's actually Philip in disguise. This is not the first time he's dressed up as a girl. I'm not joking. Watch the Fuuto PI, watch the Fuuto Idol case of Kamen Rider Double. You'll understand what I mean. Was that the Fuuto? Yeah, Fuuto Idol. You'll understand what I mean when you watch that case. It goes on episodes 25 to 26. No, wait, it goes on episodes 23 to 24. My bad. So yeah. I don't know if Philip ever did that again. So yeah. Alright, this is the only episode they don't do a henshin other than the first episode, other than episode 2. Because that technically doesn't count. Because they were building up to that. You know what I mean? They built up to that, and that's where episode 2 ended. That's a good build up. That reveals a shocking revelation to everyone. Goodness. Yes, the red dress girl has the guy in memory, but not originally. Basically, she got from the black dress girl who seen the murder, but she wasn't murdered. Basically, Philip tells her that she was lucky not to use it, otherwise she would have died. Well, use the girl people. Because the high poison and alcohol, without a stable body, they'll die. And so the black dress girl died. And after the black dress girl's argument with the one of the blue dress girl had a guy memory, but she died of the alcoholism. And when black dress girl used it, she was angry at what she did. She just took a dead body and stabbed it through a tree branch, thinking it was a murder. When children called her doing that, saw her, they thought but the girl was murdered. But she wasn't. There weren't any murders, but they all died. And they do a brief explanation on the circuits on the heads that appear. You need a special device to implant those, to use the Gaia memories. And they mentioned the Gaia memory is a silver one used by the high-level members of the museum. Their main antagonists are common by the double. They're an interesting antagonist, to be sure. So anyway, someone must have stored it on large. And by the way, the first night, the first person to actually used the Gaia memory actually was a girl in the white dress. But her body wasn't stable enough for it. So when she transferred back, she lost half her memory. Her memories are gone. Basically, when you drink alcohol, when you drink, depends on your stability of your body. You can't, when you're super drunk, you can't remember anything the next day. That sometimes happens, Of course, I wouldn't know myself because I never drank. I don't really want to try that type of drink. Even though I'm old enough now, I'm not really interested. So, people get drunk so easily when they drink it. Well, not all easily, but you get the point. So, yeah. Anyway. The Gaia memory. So whoever supplied the Gaia memory once using the girl bridals was using the whole bridal counterpin as the device for use for experiments. And the circus was still without their knowledge. This is a great twist. You never expect that. At all, you think it's just a generic case in a way, where it's set up. You know what I mean? A whodunit situation. You always suspect another one of a certain content, like you on a competition, right? And you're competing against and you have or like in a talent show, you sabotage someone so you can get the prize, something like that. But no, that really subverts our expectations. I applaud it because that really caught me off guard. So anyway, the person who must have used it were people in the mansion, and I suspect it might be the one who with the purple hair, the head honcho, the Mr. Big Bucks or Big Yen. Yeah, this is right, doesn't it? I suspect it might be him, or it might be the butler. But that'll be a big stereotype saying the butler did it. That's too much of a stereotype. We see that in a lot of that's made a joke. That's so many jokes about that, and it'll be way too obvious. But it could be possible though. It could be right under our noses though, because if it is a butler, then go, you bastard, because you would obviously not cross the butler off the list because you no way to do that type of stereotype. But if it was the butler, that means go, bugger, it was right under our noses the whole time. Like that. So I really thought this is clever. Anyway, the guy in memory starts floating back to its owner. The guy in the white coat, his name I forgot. They said his name last time, but I forgot. Kind of really bad at remembering. So yeah, it's going back to whoever the owner is. So, guy in the white coat, the guy with the long hair and white coat, decides to make himself scarce, but also summon his minions. Send dope plants to battle, so Shoto and Philip fend off those dope plants. Meanwhile, after freeing the snow, Akiko tells Terry and Tokime to go on ahead. Terry asks if Tokime is going too. Tokime says she's Shoto's assistant, so of course she's going to go. Alright, Terry tells her that when he gives the signal, she'll get on him. She goes, alright, but then has a friendly reaction when he pulls out his driver belt. You know, eh? It's funny, anyone will react like that when without the context. And he puts on his driver belt, gets out his guy memory. Axel! Hen! Shin! You know that. Even does the way he doesn't even says henshin the same way as his live action counterpart. Hen. Shin. I don't know why he says it like that. Maybe he says it right himself in double. They go henshin. You know what I mean? And Excel's transformation is brilliant in the anime. And it's like with Double's first transformation in the series. I mean, showing us the armor going on the person, on the rider, showing how the suit up showing off the animation, which I really like because it was just simple as, simple as them standing there with bets added in simple, not a proper henshin sequence. Currently, they don't have that. They just get a henshin on the normal street. They don't get a background. They don't get a cool background, like some Super Sentai seasons. Because most seasons do have a henshin background, I like to call it sometimes. You know what I mean? When they say they're henshin cool, a different background appears to symbolize the henshin. Oh, did you know the Zuben Sentai Kyoryuja cast, all 5 of them, actually did a thumbnail Sentai parody? You can find it on YouTube too, actually. It's quite funny how they poke fun at the tropes of Sentai. Also, Pokemon Magical Girls also get poked fun of that most of the time. So, hey. So Tokyo seems to know about Terry's other form, Kamen Rider Axel. So anyway, Terry transforms into a bike, rising Tokyo. Well, I think it's a different reaction to how Shoto and Philip and Akiko reacted to when he first did that. It's more done slowly, so we can see it properly in the animation. Again, showing it off. It's very cool, showing off the visual, showing some we probably all honestly probably seen before, but done it in a way to show off the animation. Anyway, if you know the name of the animation studio that does this series, let me know in the comments below, because if you think it's Toei, it's not Toei for some reason. I don't know why either. It's very weird. It would make sense to be animated by Toei, because they own the rights to Kamen Rider, so it makes sense to have them animate it. So, I don't get why they didn't. It's weird. Well. Anyway, I'll show you about buying those dope pants. Terry and Tokime show up. Where Jackman recognizes them as similar to the ones from the museum. Dope pants being similar to the ones used by the museum. And Terry explains what a museum is. Organized group of criminals that make the Gaia memories. Tokime seems to have heard the name before, which makes sense. Because she has some sort of background with the antagonists. Alright, sometimes a supersonic wave comes lasting out. The four managed to duck out of the way just in no time. So yeah. And a new dope punch shows itself with a different driver. You know, the belts, I mean, not that big driver. I want to know why Kamen Riders always use belts. That just got me some thinking. Why do Kamen Riders use belts instead of transform? Super Sentai gets different devices to transform with. It's just weird. It's just weird a bit when you think about it. You don't know anything, so and I don't. But if you know any information, please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, Terry decides to take on that dog punt and tells Shoto, Philip, and Tokime to go to the mansion to find the real culprit. They oblige. They warn Terry to watch out for the supersonic blast. So real Terry definitely bows her, but she can summon supersonic waves, not just with her mouth. So yeah, Terry's gonna have a tough fight. And the three enter the mansion, where some type of glowing light happens. And Shoto says, "So it was you all along," and that's where we get the ending. That's where it ends. Great cliffhanger. Wondering who it might be. You might suspect it might be the head of the house, the man of the house. It might be his grandmother or the bungalow. It could be either one of those three. But they might really be the main guy. So we'll see next week. I like the end preview segments. They're kind of referencing the whole running thing throughout the entire series. The Neo Princess radio series by Wakana, one of the antagonists of Kamen Rider Double. She ran that show. I don't know if she's dead or not. Because, well, at that point when I watched it, she didn't want to use her Gaia memory anymore. Because of what Philip said to her. It's pretty interesting. By the way, Philip's not afraid of going out now. Because he had to, maybe because the museum's gone. That makes sense. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Once you want to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. You stay up to date all the videos that comes out in the future. My next video on this channel will probably be a Yu Yu Hakusho review. I'm gonna definitely continue my reviews on those, I promise. And I'll do a Kamen Rider Geese review as well. So I'll see you guys. So subscribe to my main channel for my Geese review coming out. So thank you. I'll see you guys next time. Kill Phoenix out.